Hey guys, I wanted to shoot one more video here to teach you how to use something called a go to next timer. That's one of the options that you have for using videos in ProPresenter. I'm going to show you this in ProPresenter 6. Also works in ProPresenter 5. In fact, I think it's actually easier in 5. I've had a little more problems with ProPresenter 6, but this is how it works. So you'll know that as a video plays, it will stop at the end of the video and then just sit on the last frame. And there's something that you can use to make it automatically, when it's done, bounce to the next slide. And that is called a go to next timer. So in this case, for my news video, you see this little timer guy up here that has a 1-second timer. If I right click and I go to the go to next timer section here, I can set the amount of time in seconds that this slide will be displayed on the screen. In my case, I'm going to put 1 second. In ProPresenter 5, most of the time I used 0 seconds. That seemed to be the way that it worked best there for timing. Works a little bit different here. You definitely don't want to loop to the beginning. That's going to take you all the way back to the first slide in your grouping. But 1 second, and I click done, so that when I click this video and then I'll advance it towards the end, you'll see what happens as it bounces automatically to this next slide. So here's the end of my news video. 3, 2, 1. Sits there and automatically bounces over to my default slide. So if I want to add a go to next timer, I can go to, like, for instance, this Liberty Foundation's video that we're using this weekend. I right click, go to next timer. It's currently set to 5 seconds default. I can put it to 0 so that at the very end it just automatically clicks over. I found that that's a little bit too abrupt sometimes. It doesn't let the music fade out fully. So 1 second's good. You can even do in like a half a second. So let's try half second. Now, there's a good chance that this video is actually going to, when I click it, move automatically to my next slide here. So let's see what happens. Nope, this one worked. That's great. So now if I move to the end, I can watch it work. And that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And at the end, it bounces to my next slide. Okay, so one of the ways that this can go wrong, just so you know, if for some reason you click on it and it automatically advances, if you go into your, let's see, it is the media queue behavior. If it's a foreground video, then the go to next timer is going to work properly. If it's a background video, it doesn't. So if I choose that it's a background video, watch what happens when I click it. It just automatically bounces to the next slide. So if you try to use a go to next timer and for some reason it just automatically advances and won't play the video, make sure that your video is set to the foreground and not to the background, and then you won't have a problem. So that's how you use a go to next timer. I recommend using these. It gets your timing right and it makes it really seamless to go from a video into your next slide.